Hello, my name is Ilona and it is Thursday, February 1st, 2024. We're already in February. Time just flies. So I wanted to take a look at the month of February. What kind of energy can we expect? And I already shuffled the cards in my Dutch video. So if you want to see that, you can watch the Dutch video to see the cards I pulled. I've got them in front of me. I've got 4 rows of 3 cards. So the first 3 cards are the energy of February. The second row is the challenges, the things that we have to deal with as humanity. The third row is advice. And the last row is at the end of February, what kind of energy we will be in. So the first I want to start with, of course, the energy of February. That is the Two of Pentacles, the High Priest, and the Page of Cups. To me, it feels like there is like this divide happening with how people are reacting to everything that's happening. So I believe that the people that are aware of what's going on, consciously working, of course, with themselves and aware of what is going on in the world, that it will be easier for them. It's like there's going to be a balance. It's going to feel lighter, and it's very strange. I've already mentioned this in my live Tuesday, in my Dutch live, that I do feel still a bit tired, but I do feel like relaxed, like more balanced. I can't really explain it. There are other people also responding to that, mentioning that they feel better as well, like there's a different energy happening. So we have the Two of Pentacles. So that's for the people that are aware of this and starting to see things. It's like they become more balanced because they do understand what's going on, so they're not that terrified. But this month, the High Priest, that's to me the dark energies, they will be full on view. So the Page of Cups is things will be shown about the High Priest or about the dark energies, and I think they're going to show themselves. So a lot of people that are not aware of this, are not aware of what is going on, it will be in a way terrifying. So things are suddenly happening, more and more things are going to come out. It can be very terrifying. So I think that this is going to be a very interesting month. I already saw, of course, at the end of the month, we have the Tower card. So combine this together. This is the falling of the system. We do see things collapsing. It doesn't mean that everything will collapse in February. It just means that it's already starting. We can already see it happening, but it's going to show more. So people will be, in a way, the people that are not aware of this will most likely be terrified because all the things they hold dear will be falling apart. And that's interesting to see because that's something we can see in the the blockade or the challenges in this month. We have the Queen of Wands, we have the 10 of Pentacles and the Death card. So these are the challenges. And the challenges for humanity will be to the people that are holding on to this old, security, the old system, the thing that they feel comfortable with. And they're not, they're resisting this Death card. They're resisting endings. They're resisting that the old is ending. It's not coming back anymore. And it's really not a system we want back. But they are holding on to it. They have this almost fear that then they won't have security. These are the people that are still, putting their faith in governments and things outside of themselves and the financial world. And it's very important to understand, that we should find safety inside of ourselves. We are children of God. We don't have to fear anything, even if it's completely collapsed or starting to collapse, especially on financial matters. But people see things collapsing, what they hold dear. They're very frightened of that and resisting change. And this is really about stepping into your power. That's what the Queen of Wands is about, really becoming aware. So this is again an opportunity for people to see things, to open their eyes. I do believe that group is getting bigger and bigger every day because things are getting almost ridiculous or are ridiculous. But there's going to be a group of people that will fight that will resist that will have resistance to change, don't want to change, want to hold on to the old. And I just feel that divide, that you will have this group of people that are becoming more and more aware of what's going on. It will be easier for them than, of course, the group that is holding on to the old, do not want anything to collapse, or just don't want things to end because they're so, how do you say this, dependent on it. So this is going to be very interesting. I think in February we're going to see that more and more happening. Maybe in families or, in your environment, the divide is going to get like bigger, or, it's separating more and more. So that's the challenges. That's going to be very tough to deal with, that the old is ending and people are resisting that and don't want to step into their own power or strength. Don't believe that they will be supported without all these organizations or things around them. So this is going to be tough for the people that want to hold on to that. Then we have the advice. We've got the King of Cups, we've got the Star card, and we've got Judgment card. And I think this is very interesting because the Judgment card and Star cards are, of course, major arcana cards. Just like the Death card, by the way, and the High Priest and the Tower card. So this is going to be a very interesting month. But for the advice is to really deal with our emotions, our feelings in a very adult way, mature way. It is really time. People are getting now the opportunity to really wake up. It's been going on for quite some time. Of course, this is the Great Awakening. And to deal with things and to trust that they're protected, that they're safe, they're children from God. This is about waking up. This is, especially in this month, February will be a month with the Judgment card. That is my wake up card. To wake up, to see things, to, the advice to open your mind, to see things in a different way. And I do think maybe people that are really open to it could even, establish a contact with aliens, off-worlders, how you want to call them, because the Star card is to me also about aliens. So I do think it's even possible that the opportunity is there when you're very aware and open to it, to contact, all these different aliens in a different way. It was also mentioned in one of my lives, Dutch Live, someone mentioned that it's probably possible in February that more people will be able to contact aliens, so we'll just have to wait and see. But it's interesting to see that it pops out in my reading as well. But this is really the advice to open the mind. It's really an opportunity. That's what this entire Great Awakening is about, at least as I see it, to be able to open the minds of people, the opportunity, because ultimately, we all have to make our decisions. We have free will. You cannot force someone to think differently or to open their mind. They have to make that decision for themselves. And by making things as ridiculous as possible, it gives them that opportunity. And of course, as uncomfortable as possible, especially the people that want to hold on to the old, they have to become very uncomfortable. They have to see things falling apart and, leaving and ending to, have an opportunity to really wake up. Unfortunately, that's, especially people that are still in this trance, it's very difficult to get them out of that, and it is up to them. But they are getting the opportunity to do so, because I do believe that the separation is kind of happening with the groups of people, the people that are becoming aware, and the group is growing and growing, and there's a group of people that just don't want to know. There are, and of course you have people that are in between those groups, but it's very interesting to see the people that really want to hold on to the old, don't want to see things, are avoiding, dealing with their emotions, with the feelings that come up, that they don't want to deal with that at all. They just want to hold on to the old, and that's what they want. It's going to be very interesting. I also got in my Dutch video, maybe some things about the Pope are coming out in February as well, especially with the High Priest. And that could have a major effect, of course, on a lot of people, because a lot of people are still looking up to the Pope and are still like in this idea that he is, this emissary. And it can be very interesting how they're going to react. A lot of people are probably capable of dealing what will come out if it comes out in February, but I just got this feeling with the High Priest that it's possible more and more things are going to come out about the Pope. But it can be very tough, and there will be people that will resist. That's of course the challenge. They will resist and want to hold on to the old. And then of course we have the end of February. We have the energies of the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Tower. So at the end of February, I'm feeling again this separation in groups and how they're going to react. We've got the group of people aware. They will be more independent, going their own ways. I believe these two cards are connected. The more balanced card and finding your own way. Of course, in some cases, it can still be tough. You know, if you were brought up with, feeling unsafe, that some things can still trigger you. But it will be easier for the people that are aware of what's going on, what's happening, are, working with their own energy. They will be able to just become more and more independent. But the people that want to hold on to the old, it could be very devastating this month, because old things are just collapsing. Just, you see it falling apart. You see their security falling apart, their safety falling apart. I'm not sure if that February is going to be the month, because a lot of people are, of course, waiting for that. I keep that completely open. We know that a lot of things are happening right now. We'll just have to wait and see. Live your own life, follow your own independent path. That is the most important part. Be as mature emotionally as possible to deal with all these things. Know that you're safe. That is the most important thing. But we are in things falling apart. We can see that everywhere around the world, that governments are kind of falling apart. All their agendas are falling apart. At least that's how I see it and how I, experience it as well. That really they don't have that narrative anymore. And it can be very frightening for a lot of people to watch that fall apart. So at the end of February, I do believe there's a group of people that will be, in a way, terrified of what is going on, what's happening. I think things about health are going to come out as well, maybe at the end of February, but you can't hold that back anymore. There are countries with studies about the stings. So many things are going to come out, and I'm not sure about the media. I believe it's already changing the media. More and more things are going to come out. But if it's really going to completely change this month, I'm not sure about that yet. I still think we still have some times ahead before it's really, reaching that kind of the scare event, as they call it. So I still think we have some time before that. But in February, I do think things can come out about the health and things that concerns health. A lot of things about the dark energies are going to come out, or starting to come out, or they're going to show all these manipulations and things happening. Maybe some things about the Pope will come out. It's a possibility. And it's like this separation happening. So the group that is, working with this, understanding this, consciously working with this, it will be easier. It will become easier. And it's just for the people that are holding on, not understanding it, not seeing it, or maybe their, conscious level is not completely aware of what's going on, or they are not at that moment in time capable of understanding that. They are going to have a very hard time. It's going to get rough, tougher. But this is interesting to see. So really that separation is what I'm sensing. So it's going to be a very interesting month. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye.